Today's video we are going to learn about permission set and permission set groups. So I am going to follow this trailhead tutorial which comes under user management, and I would advise you to follow me step by step, because with the completion of this we can verify that whether we have done our steps correctly or not. So first of all, we are going to create a permission set, okay, and then we have to create a permission set group, okay, and then we have to mute a permission. Let's see how we do that. So I am going to launch here. So since this step is already done, what I will do is I will retake this challenge, and I am going to select another playground, because I'll select, if I will select the same playground, then it will give me errors since this was already done. So I am going to launch it here in my other playground, and then I'm going to go in setup, and quickly I will search for permission set. So I will create a permission set. Now before creating a permission set, if you don't already know what is a permission set, so as a new user enters our organization, right, so we need to give that user a group of permissions so that he can do a particular task. So for example, if there is an object called account in our system, we need that user access to that account, but we also need that user that he should not be able to delete the accounts, okay, or modify the account records. He should only able to read it. So such type of access can be given through permission sets, but permission sets are only able to give access, okay, we cannot take access using the permission set. So for that we have muting permission set groups, which is a new concept which is being launched by Salesforce. So permission set groups and muting permissions is something which is being recently launched. It was, I think, just 1 or 2 year before this was launched. But for permission set, if we are assigning to any user, that means we are giving that user some permissions, okay. So these are object permissions and field permission. Now let me create a permission set, and then we'll come to know more about how we can give permission. So the label is account access. So I'm going to provide a label here, API name here, okay, and I'm going to write that this is for test purpose, okay, just for my convenience I'll write it. And then I am, so it also asks me that if I want to select a license, okay, that if I want a permission set for particular people who have a type of license, so here I am going to go for none, and I'll just save it. So this is how a new permission set is created, okay. So now only the permission set is created, but we have not assigned any permissions to this permission set, okay. So for assigning permissions, we have to go to this object setting. It also says permissions to access objects and fields, okay. So this is exactly what we are doing. We'll go in the object settings and we will select one object, okay. So in this case they are asking us to select the account object, okay. So we are going to select the account object, and we will enable some permissions on that account object. So I'm going to click on it, and then I'm going to click on edit, okay. So as you can see, we have some object permissions and we have some field permissions. So here they are saying that for object permission, we have to enable read, create, edit, delete, view all, and modify all, okay. So read, create, edit, delete, view all, and modify all, okay. So I have selected this. And for the field permissions, they are saying read and edit access for all the fields, okay. So I will select this bar. It is going to select for all the fields read access, and then this for all the fields edit access, and I'm going to save on this. So now this permission set also has object permissions and some field permission for account object, okay. Now next step is that we have to create a permission set group, okay. Now before creating a permission set group, let me tell you that what it is. So as the name suggests, that permission set group means that it will be having a list of permissions, okay. So suppose there is a new user which has joined our organization, and there are 5 permission sets which we have to assign to that user, to all the users who are joining the organization. So instead of assigning them one by one permission set, what we will do, we will make a permission set group, and we are going to take all the 5 permission set and we are going to add in that group, Okay, and now whenever any new person is joining, instead of assigning him five permission set, we have to only assign him one permission set group. This is what is the purpose of a permission set group. Okay, now in permission set group, there is also a one concept of muting permission. So in case we want to mute permissions, okay, so there was some extra permission which was there in some permission set group, and now we want to mute it. Okay, so we can also use this feature of muting permission set in a permission set group. Now we are going to see how. So first of all, I will create a permission set group. So I will go here in the permission set. As you can see, there is no permission set group created till now. I'm going to create one here. Okay, and I will right here, this is for test purposes. Okay, and then I will save it. Okay, so I have saved it. Now what I have to do is, I have to go in this permission sets in group, and I have to add one permission set. Okay, so for now we have only one permission set created, so I am going to add that permission set, but we can add multiple, whatever permission set we want we can add it. So this was the one which I created, right? Account access, and these are some which are already there. So I am going to add this account access, and I'm going to do done. Okay, so this is what they are saying, that we have to create a permission set, and we have to include the account access permission set in that permission set group. Now what we have to do is, we have to create a muting permission set in this permission set, and name is as sales users muted. Okay, so let's go again to this permission set group inside, and then there is an option of muting the permission set in group. Okay, so I'm going to create a new one. So sales user muted, it is coming already. Excuse me. So I have created this sales user muted group. Now what they're saying is, what permissions we have to mute. We have to mute, delete, view all records, and modify all records. Okay, so I am going to go inside it, and then I am going to object settings, and then in the account object I have to click on edit, and I have to mute, delete, and view all. Okay, so as soon as I click delete, you can see modify all record will be clicked automatically. So these three, and then field permission, edit access for the annual revenue field and customer priority. Okay, so there are two fields, one is customer priority, so I have to select this. Edit access should be muted for this. Okay, and annual revenue, so that nobody should be able to edit these two fields in the permission set group. Okay, so whoever person is assigned to this permission set group will not have access to these two, annual revenue and customer priority, not the edit access. Okay, read access we are having, then edit access they will not be having. Okay, so now I am going to save on this. So this is the process, that how we can create a permission set and how we can create permission set groups. Okay, so we can create multiple permission set, and suppose there are a lot of permission set which are going to be assigned to one single user, we can just group them, and then we can assign the permission set group to that user. Okay, now the last thing is that they are asking us to configure the org wide defaults. Okay, so if we go here in the sharing settings, we will find some org wide defaults. Okay, so org wide defaults means that uh, in my org, okay, so whichever org I'm using, what is there is a default setting. Okay, so for example, I will say lead. So if there will be any lead in my org, the default access is public read write transfer. This is the default one. Okay, so that means that whoever is added to my org can read write and transfer it. Okay, but if I want to edit it, I'll click on edit. Now they are asking to change for two org by default. One is account and contract, visible but not editable for all users. Okay, so this is the account and contract. Now they're saying visible but not editable, right? So that means what we will select here is public read only. Okay, because they are saying that it should be visible. So visible is read only, and editable, so whoever can edit, we will assign a separate permission set for that to that person. And then secondly, they are saying opportunity visible only to record owners, okay, and users higher in the hierarchy. So that means that we have to make it private, because they are saying that it should not be even visible to particular kind of people. So that means that default internal access will be private, so that nobody can read it, and then only the people who can access it can be given another permission set to access it. So I'm going to save it here. So it is going to give me a like notification saying that the sharing rules will be recalculated, and then you will also get an email. So whatever email you have registered, you will get an email that this org wide default has been changed, and some warning of this kind that one or more sharing operations have been initiated. So this is something which happens when we do a sharing setting, okay, because this is a organization wide setting which we are impacting. So that's why we get an email that an organization wide setting has been impacted. Okay, so that's all for this unit, and this is very important for admin point of view. So I would really suggest that go to the hands on, do step by step, all the steps, do it. And if you face any problem, then just mention in the comments. I am here to help you. And also please subscribe to my channel and keep visiting. Thank you. So I am going to before going, I am going to check this challenge for you guys. So I just forgot it, I'm sorry. Let's see if it is done or not. Okay, so they are saying we can't find the sales user permission set. Okay, assigned to the test user group. Yeah, this is correct, because we didn't assign the permission set to a user, right? We just, okay. So what we will do is we are going to go in the permission set groups, and we are going to add assignment. Okay, so we will click on manage assignments and add assignment. Now there was a user called test user. This we created in the previous hands-on in user management. So I am going to assign it. Okay, now this is assigned. So I'm going to check my challenge here. Okay, so it is done. Okay, thank you everyone for watching, and please subscribe to my channel. Thank you.